I have some laryngitis going on today. I just returned from a trip to Washington, D.C. Had a great trip. But it's good to be back in the office, back to the routine. So I'm not going to talk long today because I am kind of struggling with my voice, but wanted to talk about something that we kind of coach our new clients on, and that's the best way to communicate with us because, old school, you hire a lawyer, and then, a week, 2 weeks, a month later, you have questions that crop up that you forgot to talk about. And so you pick up the phone, you call your lawyer, and he's in court, and maybe he's got a 3-day trial. So he didn't call you back until the next week. And you get frustrated because it took him a week to call you back. So we coach clients that really the best way to communicate with us is by email or text. And there's a lot of advantages to that. The first one being that if you send an email or text, you get the opportunity to read it before you click send. And so you may, after you read what you wrote, may think, I didn't say that, I didn't ask it very well, or I left something out. So it gives you a chance to kind of amend what you wrote to make sure that you're kind of distilling the question down to exactly the information you want to ask. And in terms of the recipient, whether it's the attorney or the paralegal who receives the email, then they have it to look at. If they get distracted and get working on something else, they can go back to the email and reread it to make sure that their response is exactly on point. So it gives the recipient a better chance of responding more succinctly. The other thing is, as lawyers, we work in teams. We have paralegals, we have case managers. Maybe we have another attorney working with us on a case. And so if you ask a question, if you send an email to me and let's say I'm your attorney and I'm in a deposition in Georgia, if you had called me, I might not be back in the office for a week. And so your frustration builds. But if you email me, I can look at my phone. And if I can't answer the email, I can send it to my paralegal and ask her to respond to the email. I can route it to another attorney who's maybe working on that aspect of the case that you have a question on. And it allows me to collaborate with my team members to get you the best answer possible. The other thing that an email or text does, we have a very sophisticated case management system where we store all of our digital communication with the client or with other attorneys or anybody associated with the case. So it gives us a chance to go back and revisit prior conversations and to store those and have those readily available. So if someone is involved with the file later on, they can go back and have a good history of the file and understand all the nuanced questions that may have been asked and answered. So there are a lot of reasons to do it, but the main reason is it keeps the frustration down and it gets better answers faster, more collaboratively. So that's why we recommend email and text. I apologize again for my voice. Really struggling today. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and look forward to seeing you next Friday with a better voice. Thank you, and thanks for joining me.